name is Teacher Brett, and I am a trainer here at Gogokid. So for today, I wanted to tell you guys all of my tips and tricks for getting those trial classes to convert into core students here at Gogokid. Trial classes are a way for a student to come and take a lesson and kind of see what Gogokid is all about before they actually pay and sign up for the program. So this is your opportunity to let Gogokid shine. So we want to make sure that you have all of the tools you need to do that. And the other great thing about trial classes is that you can get a $10 enrollment bonus.
Oh my, your money tree.
Show me the money! So when we're talking about trial classes, I want you to keep in mind the word fast. Fast. We are going to talk about 4 goals of the trial class and tips and tricks for each of those goals to make sure that that parent knows that Gogokid is the best option for them. So let's start by talking about F. F is for fun. You want your trial classes to be fun. This is a little bit different than that core class. This is your chance to really make it fun for the student, make them have a good time, make them laugh. If you can make a student laugh, that is the best way to get them to want to come back again. Your ultimate goal is for that student to leave the trial class and say to mom or dad, "Oh my goodness, I had so much fun. I want to see teacher again." Let me tell you, as a parent, those of you who are parents know, if the kid wants to go to class, makes it a whole lot easier for you. So you want that student to leave having fun. So how do you do that? Number 1, you need to smile. You need to smile. And remember, you're behind a camera screen, so that means that your smile, your demeanor needs to be even bigger than it would be in person. So you want to have a huge smile on your face. Be careful about, keeping that smile throughout the whole time. So especially when they're working and stuff, you don't want to fall into that, face because that's not fun to look at for the student. So keep your smile. You want to be friendly with the student. You want to have, the good voice tone. You don't want to be mean and angry, but nice, friendly voice tone as you're talking to them. High energy. High energy is going to come across as fun. So you don't want to just be sitting there reading through the slides. You want to use different voice levels. You want to use the camera. Use your space. Get close to the camera. Get far away from the camera. Those are all going to really help you. Most importantly, props. Props are always fun in the classroom. They can always make the student laugh. You do not have to go out and buy a ton of props, but having some good props that you can pull out is really helpful. Red hat. 2 red hats. 3 hats. Make sure that your camera screen is visually stimulating for them. So use your props, use your space, use your TPR to make it something that they want to watch. You want them to say, "Oh, teacher has something, teacher's doing something, let me watch the teacher." Those are all really important. Another great tip I have for you as far as making it fun is to involve the family members. So with a trial class, do not be surprised if you've got a whole family, whole neighborhood sitting there watching you.
Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this. Look at this.
They are excited that their students taking English. This is something new. So don't be surprised. You also might get parents videoing you. They are not videoing you because they want to complain. They are videoing you because they want to share it on all of their different social media. Look at my student taking English. So involve them. Involve the family. I always like to say goodbye or hello to mom or dad or grandma if they're around. If brothers or sisters are around, I like to try and ask their names. Involve the family and you have a much better chance of getting them to convert over to a core student. And it also builds rapport. So as the students, the higher the English level is, the more questions you can ask them, get them talking about themselves. Everybody loves to talk about themselves. That's a great way to build rapport with the student. Even the really young ones, you can get, things. Maybe you're talking about colors. I like pink. Do you like pink? No, yes. Maybe you can get them to answer a question like that. And then you can use that information. Maybe they like blue. Maybe you find the blue crayon to draw with. Use the information, build rapport with the student as much as you can kind of connect with them. That's really key. All right, let's move on to A. Big A. Small A. Okay. A. A stands for adapt. This is really key in our trial classes. Number one, we have students who are coming in and we don't quite know their level yet. We do encourage them to take the computer placement test ahead of time. It's not always accurate because sometimes the parents take the test or help out too much for the student. Sometimes the parent has just talked to the sales team about what level they think their student is at. Sometimes a parent just wants to try a new level that might not be the best for their student, but they want to see what that level looks like. Your goal in adapting this lesson is that the student is successful. We want that student to leave class having fun. Number two, feeling successful. They left thinking, oh, I can do this. So we want to make sure that we do that for them. A couple of things that you can do. Number one, you want to make sure that you're using your TPR. TPR is the body language, the hand motions that you are using in order to help the student understand the directions you're giving or the new content that you're giving them. So we're looking for a response from the student here. So that's really important that you have that back and forth. So if I'm making an A, I want the student to make an A. I'm trying to get that response. That's going to help them be successful because it's going to help it click in their minds. Oh, okay, I understand what the teacher's wanting me to do. Use simple language. So if they're having a hard time, if it's a little too difficult for them, make sure you're keeping your language very simple, especially those beginning level students. Circle, not do you see the hand? Circle the hand on the left side of the screen, the big hand. Can you circle it with your mouse? Where is your mouse? That's too much. Keep it really simple for them. That will help also. Break it down for them. Break it down. So if you're trying to get them to say a sentence and they're having a difficult time with it, break it down. It is red. Good job. It is red. Yeah, it is red. Break it down for them so that they can get to that full thing that we need. It is really impressive to parents when that student leaves the class knowing something. If they never get the full sentence, okay, but maybe they left knowing red and blue. Great. Maybe they leave knowing one musical instrument. Awesome. If they leave knowing all the musical instruments, even better. But you want to make sure that they leave that class knowing something really well. What it is doesn't really matter so much as long as they're leaving knowing something. The parent feels like, oh wow, this was a success. My student went to this class and they left learning something. You also can run into an issue where it's too easy for the students. This can become a challenge because you want to make sure that, yes, we want the students to be successful, but we also want it to be a bit of a challenge. We don't want the parent leaving the class saying, well, my student already knew all of that, so why should I pay for the class? No. So we want it to be a little bit of a challenge. We want them to learn something new. So if you go into a class, maybe you have the It Is Red trial and you have a student and after the first minute or two, you realize they already know all of their colors. What are you going to do? Keep going over the colors? Find a way to expand it, to extend it, to make it something new for the student. You can do this. Think about things that are in the background. Maybe it's your counting. Maybe you want to count by twos. Maybe they don't know how to do that. Maybe you can ask some questions. What is your favorite color? Maybe you can teach them that sentence. My favorite color is red. And then you can take that, what is your favorite animal? What food do you like? Whatever the student's level is, meet them where they are at, and then bring it up just a notch so that they're just a little bit challenged but still successful. So they leave knowing something. In the trial classes, don't worry so much about the actual content or getting through the slides. That's not our goal here. You will not hear FAST. None of those are going to be get through the slides. Your goal is to connect with the student and have them have fun, leaving successful. So feel free to change it a little bit if you need to adjust it in order to meet the student where they're at. That's okay. If you are having a great conversation with a student about camouflage and the animals and you only get through 15 slides, not a problem. Great job. The students leaving, they are connected with you. They were speaking. They probably learned something new in that conversation. You have met the goals. The parent's not going to really know that they didn't finish the slides. So that's not the goal here. When they get to the core classes, yes, we want to have them finish the lessons. We can worry about that when they get to core classes. They're going to learn all the material over in core classes. Our goal is to show the parent. And that brings us to the S, which is show off. Fun, adapt in order for the student to be successful, show off. Show off the platform and show off you. The parent could download any old app on their phone or computer and have the student click on things and have it read to them. What they are coming to a program like this for is the teacher, you. So you want to show off yourself in addition to all those great fun features that we have. So as you're going through this, keep in mind, you want to try and use some of those tools that you think the student might like. Don't try and use everything. That's going to be too much. It's going to be overwhelming. It's going to take away from you. But pick and choose. Find some that work for you. Pull some out, based on different student situations. We have the whiteboard. That's great. If a student seems to like to draw, I will pull that whiteboard down. Let's draw a banana. If the student is getting distracted, I'll pull out the face filters and put bunny ears on them. Blue. It is blue, and I'll put the bunny ears on them, and then it brings their attention, and the parent's like, wow, look at that great feature. You pick and choose what you want to show the parents, but you want to show them some of the features of our program that make us unique compared to other places. Secondly, you want to show off yourself. So you are really important. You want to make sure that you are getting that student to talk, that the student's having fun with you. What are you bringing to the table? That's really important. What are you bringing to the table? What's going to make the parent want to come and see you again? Because not only do you want them to buy the program, you want them to sign up for Gogokid, but you want them to book you. You want them to come back and say, man, we had that great trial teacher. Let me find her or him again. So that's really key. So what are you going to do that's going to make the parent want to come back and see you again? Think about you. If you were taking a class, what would you want to see? Again, this is going to go back to our F and our A that we talked about earlier, but you want to be fun. You want to show off that you're fun. You want to show off that you are able to adapt to the student and get them talking and have a conversation and build rapport. All those other great tips that we talked about. A lot of people have mentioned that they struggle with the interactive features in these new trial classes. Don't worry. It gets easier as you do it, but a couple of points on that. Remember that our goal here is to show off the platform, but also to show off you. So don't let those interactive features take over the lesson. You don't want to just be sitting there clicking and letting the interactive features do everything. So pick and choose. Remember, you have a lot of ability to adapt the lesson in order to work for you and the student. So a lot of them have to click twice. I will pick and choose what I want the student to click. So I might have them click on the banana one time and then I'll click on it the second time to make it actually get picked up. So find ways that you can make it so that it's not all about the interactive features. You are super, 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 super important in this equation of getting the parent to sign up for your trial classes. The last thing that I want to mention under our S, show off, is feedback. So students' feedback is really important for the trial class because this gives you kind of your final opportunity to sell the program and sell yourself to the parent. So when you're writing your student feedback, you want to do a couple of things. Number one, you want to thank the parent, for coming to Gogokid. So I usually start off with some kind of a greeting. It was great to see so-and-so in class today, or thanks for participating in class, something like that. You want to tell the parent what a great job their student did. So find some things that you can compliment about the student. Wow, they did a great job using the mouse in class. They did a great job identifying the colors red and blue. Number 3, let them know what the lesson covered. What did you cover in class today? Number 4, I always like to give the parent something that they can work on or that I can help them with next time. So something that'll bring them back. Next time I see JoJo, we will work on pronunciation or we will work on our conversation skills. And along with this, I like to tell them what Gogokid can give them in the classroom. So with continued classes at Gogokid, your child will be able to blah, 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 blah. Sell the program. So keep those things in mind. Sell the program to the parent. Get that feedback turned in as quickly as possible so the parent gets it right away. They're much more likely to buy it, if they get that feedback quickly. If you send it, 12 hours later, the moment has passed. The excitement of the class may have passed. So get it in there quickly, get it over to them so they can take a look at it. Another tip that you can use is to put something in the little chat box before you exit the class. So when you press finish, the student's listening to a little goodbye song, put a quick note in there. Gogokid can really help your student with their conversation skills, or whatever that may be. I like to play off of if the parent was in class and they were involved. So if you heard the parent correcting the student's pronunciation a lot, or if you heard the parent trying to get the student to speak in full sentences, I will pick up on that, and I will also then I know that that's really important for the parent. That's something they're focused on, so it becomes something I am focused on. If I hear them correcting that pronunciation, I'm jumping in there first and correcting that pronunciation before that parent gets to, because they're going to say, oh, wow, okay, this teacher's on it. Gogokid is on it. And then I'm going to mention that again in my feedback. We're going to keep working on Bao Bao's pronunciation in class. He did a great job pronouncing the word camouflage. Keep practicing this one at home. I'm going to, pick up on whatever they're throwing at me. This brings us to our final letter, T. T. T is for talking. This is probably, in my opinion, the most important goal of your class. So we have F for fun, A, adapt for success, S, show off, and T, talk. That does not mean you talking. No. You want the student talking as much as possible throughout that entire trial class. Talk. Any chance you get to have them talk, have them talking. This is your main goal. So yes, the interactive features are great. Yes, your props are great. Yes, your TPR is great. But none of it matters if you're not getting that student to give you something, to talk, give you the output. You want to pull it out of them. For our little ones, 3, you get a 3-year-old in there, that might mean they're only able to say red and blue. But by golly, by the end, I am going to have them saying red and blue about 500 times. I'm going to pull out every red and blue prop I own. They are going to know red and blue by the time they leave, even if they can't give me that full sentence. For my older ones, that's going to mean not only am I having them repeat after me, but I want them making their own sentences. I want to show the parent, that advanced thinking. If they give me, a yes. Oh, Bao, can you give me a sentence? See if I can get them to make their own sentence. I want them talking. I want them engaging in that real world conversation as much as possible. So the more advanced we get, the more I want them to have that natural conversation. Younger ones, a lot of times it may just be repeating. That's okay. Your goal is at least 50-50. preferably 60-40. Hey, if you can get 70-30, even better. But you want that student talking as much as you, if not more. So any chance you get to have them repeat, have them repeat. Any chance you can get to have them answer a question, have them answer that question. Remember, this is your goal. They should be speaking on every single slide. Don't let them get away with just circling or just clicking. They need to at least be repeating the word, teddy bear, click, rocking horse, click. They need to at least be repeating it as they go through. So get them talking. Get the full sentences from them. We want full sentences. So red is great. It is red is better. Camouflage, great. What sentence goes with camouflage? I don't even remember. The lizard is camouflaged, probably is even better. The green lizard camouflages into the red lizard. I don't know. Someone teach me this. I need a trial class for camouflage, apparently. Someone teach me the word. I don't know. Okay, anyway, you get what I'm saying. We want full sentences as much as possible. As we get older, we want more complex sentences. We don't want to get away with, I like lizards. No, more complex sentences. Lastly, we want corrections. Corrections are really, really important when we're teaching online ESL. Our parents want to see us correct. They want to see lots of corrections. So any chance you get for pronunciation errors, you want to take them. Any chance you've got grammar errors, have them come back and repeat it correctly. This does not mean you want to point out that they're making errors. No, that was wrong. Do it this way. We want it to be a positive correction. Normally, I will just repeat it for them. If they say camouflage, camouflage, camouflage. I'm going to just have them repeat it, until they get it right. I'm going to enunciate, find where their error is, really kind of point out, what sound they're making wrong. Again, use your space and the camera, get closer so that they kind of pay attention to your mouth, those sorts of things. So that's going to be really important. Get the student talking. Talk, 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 talk. Okay guys, I hope that was all really helpful for you. I hope you got some tricks out of here for your trial classes that you can take with you when you go. I am going to eat some noodles. Wait, my next trial class. Okay guys, bye! If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, make sure you go and hit the subscribe button now. Also, check out Gogokid's official YouTube channel and subscribe there as well. We have lots of great new workshops coming in the new year, so make sure you check out. I am doing one on teaching trial classes, so come and join me and pick up some even more great tips for the classroom.